nothing more satisfying than riding these roads and smell all the ocean smell coming to your face. Okay, it seems to be that this is a kind of like a place where people can lodge their boats, so they had to go. I don't know, this moment it looked like it was like a low tide, I think. So it's like that. This area is very flat. They might have to drive pretty far to launch their boat. And here we are arriving to Marfells Beach campsite. Beautiful place. Alright, let's all the fun begin. Some places were pretty loose and mix of everything, sand, gravel, snails, many like wood flying around, so very loose like here, quite a little bit technical, so quite difficult to keep the balance because the motorcycle was trying to, all the wheels were sinking really bad and going into one side since this place, the road is very uneven, it's like a going down. You can see from the mountain to the beach side, something like a 30 degrees angle, I think, and so many sticks. So I was afraid maybe I go over one stick and flip over and get inside the wheel and did that. And that happened. Well, I'm not going to have a good day. Well, time to do some rock climbing as well with a motorcycle. See how it goes. Not so easy since these motorcycles are pretty tall. Although I'm not kind of like a low height person, but anyway, I can reach properly with my feet to the ground, but in this place I couldn't even get even close to the ground, so it was pretty challenging. I had to have a good balance to pass through that part, but it was fun. Actually, that rock and this rock I just passed with the white color before was the bottom of the ocean, sediment, and those ones were lifted up when earthquakes happen, because on the location we are in now is the northeast of South Island, and in that location, and actually almost not all the east coast, but quite a big part of the east coast, all the way almost to Christchurch, I would say. There is where the two places are constantly having a friction. I'm talking about the Pacific plate and the Australian plate. And what's happened, the Pacific plate always trying to get under the Australian plate, and sometimes they snap suddenly, and of course this is gonna cause earthquakes, big ones. There is always some shaking, but very minor one, but that is impossible to feel. So it's always like a sliding down the Pacific plate under the Australian, but sometimes it gets stuck, and like suddenly it has to release of the force. That is when earthquake happen. And when this happen, it's kind of like it want to lift up the island, and so all this, everything that you see, all these white rocks, is the bottom of the ocean before, that was moved all the way to the islands, and you can see everywhere. In this part of the country, not so many, but or like I hear the rock coming where I had a little bit challenge to crash. You're gonna see so many if you go on the road to Kaikōura, which I might do someday soon. And before 2016, when we have a huge earthquake in Kaikōura area, you can see all the coastline was pretty clean, some few rocks, old ones, but after that we can see so many of these white rocks after the earthquake happened. And all that happened because what I just said, it was lifted from the bottom of the ocean, so the coastline changed completely. It was very good place for surfing. Kaikōura area, it still is, but some places became unavailable because of that, because it became so rocky and dangerous for surfing. Very nice part heading back now. We can see another perspective of the peninsula on the background. Very nice. So this side is for ATV or all-wheel driver, 4x4 or etc. You want to go to the beach, it's allowed only to that side with motor vehicles, and the other side is not allowed, it's only for people walking. So that's why I didn't go to the other side of the beach, because it's not allowed. And on the second part, you can see there is two paths in there, and the other path is for like launching boats. And now I want to have a look quickly all the facilities of the area, just in case one day in future I want to come back and do some camping myself. So I wanted to see how the campground is. So yeah, I had a very good day. I really like it, riding on the beach and checking this campground. I like it, it's not so crowded, not so big either, but very peaceful, and you can see so many beautiful places. The beach is very flat. I wouldn't necessarily go with a boat in here myself. With my boat, it's a small boat. Maybe with another boat I will do, but I can feel it pretty rough, the ocean. I think I would rather come with a long surfcaster and do some drone fishing. I think this place will be very well suited for that, for somebody who like doing like a drone fishing. I don't have this gear yet, maybe one day. Next video is gonna be mountain road with kind of like the famous movie type of sceneries.